Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 11. Last time on Attack on Titan, we continue to close the 3 year time skip between what happened on Parody and then coming to Marley. So then we go one more year into the future, so now 2 years before where we are right now, where they finished constructing a port and they welcome their first visitors, the representatives from Hizuru, Kiyomi Azumabito. So she showed them the crest of the Azumabito clan, and Misaka had the same crest on her arm. Her mother gave it to her when she was a child, and she asked her to pass it on to her children. And then Kiyomi told them the story about how the shogun was friends with King Fritz and how their long lost heir got stuck on Paradis after the Great Titan War. So I think it came from the mother's side, the Oriental clan. So that's where it all came back from. It came back from Hizuru. So then we see them continue to advance Parody, and so we see the details of Zeke's plan, where he plans to use the Founding Titan's power to do a test run of the Rumbling, where they unleash a small amount of Titans to shake the world and scare them long enough, hoping that it'll hold them back and give Parody some time to catch up to the rest of the world, and Hizuru would help them with that. But they weren't doing it for free, they wanted something else in return. So the thing that's used to make the gas in the odium gear is called Iceberg Stone, and it's only on Parody. They wanted better that for some profit, of course. So it was also a bit of money making business for them as well. And Mikasa was like, sounds like that's Hizuru's true hope. But Eren didn't want to sacrifice his story right away. And then also Zeke said that they should have someone with royal blood inherit the Beast Island from him, and that person should bear as many children as possible. But Eren wasn't ready to sacrifice his story just yet, and he said before Zeke's time runs out, they should try some other options as well. And while they're waiting for that to happen, we see them building a train track on Paradis, and it seems like Hizuru isn't going to help them out. And so they know that the world is united in their common hatred for Paradis, and they decide maybe they should go to Marley and try and teach them what the people are really like what their people are really like. And then Eren takes the plan and use it as a way to declare war on Marley and cause a preemptive strike. Because I'm still thinking back to that, it was Zeke who suggested doing the parody operation again, and he's one who invited the Tiber family. Maybe it would have happened eventually, but but they should have had a bit more time than that. Zeke maybe accelerated the thing, and then Eren went and did all that. And they're wondering what caused Eren to change like this. They're thinking maybe he went and met up with Zeke while they were there, but they're not sure. So now we continue closing the gap, and so we learned a bit more about that. And Zeke is still in the forest of giant trees along with Levi. I think we're still going to continue closing in the gap. So let's see how the flashbacks continue now on Attack on Titan. This is Attack on Titan, the final season, episode 11, English dubbed.
I don't know. It's like she's having some kind of seizure. Hey.
Wait, what happened? Oh no, Gabi! There's a can in there. Or glass or something. A brick. Gabi, enough!
Gabi, that's enough!
Thank you, Falco. My goodness, Gabi! She doesn't know those people the same way Reiner does. Speaking of Reiner, glad to finally have him back.
What? Bad dreams?
Oh, hey, you too.
How I wish all of this had been a dream. Where are they?
He doesn't know that either. Dun, dun. I can't believe we made it up to number 70. 70 episodes.
Right. So we must have made it pretty far. Hey, you better take off your armband.
Why he betrayed us, and why he betrayed Marley. I just need to find out why he did it. You can do what you want.
Hey, come on, Gabi.
I'll start by trashing your armband.
Give it back!
Slow down, Gabi! Come on!
What's your problem? That cloth won't help you here, so why do you still want to wear it?
Because it proves I'm one of the good Eldians! Without it, I'm no different than these island devils!
You never were different. They're same as you.
Just leave me alone then!
Gabi's been too brainwashed by the teachings of Marley.
What are you doing here? We hated our home so much that we decided to run.
Gabi, don't you dare! Don't you dare!
We can't go back. I see. And besides, I'm not about to eat alongside a bunch of island devils.
Gabi.
I hear you runaways. Mind if I ask your names?
A southern Marleyan accent?
Nice to meet you.
Huh?
My name is Ben, sir. And my kid sister is named Mia.
Okay, Falco. Ben and Mia.
I don't want to see youngins like you bowing your heads. All are welcome at the Browse stables.
Browse.
You can stay as many days as you need.
You two look exhausted. Maybe you should lie down once you've eaten your fill.
Gabi, slow down. Gabi, slow down.
Lisa, this girl here.
I'm sorry. I'm sure y'all have been through quite a lot.
They can tell
So
something's
good.
off. Falco's definitely faking it.
Hurry and eat me, huh?
Gabi, do something. You gotta calm down, Gabi.
I believe it's the world's first flying boat, made possible by your island's
Flying
ice
boat.
stone.
Hanji, Eren Yeager's victory over Marley has given Eldians like us a future. A future where our people have the right to exist. If that's the case, then it's only right that every Eldian in Paradis should have a voice in how Yeager is handled.
Now that our walls are open to the world, we can't trust information to stay inside them.
I know you're in a tough spot here. I get it.
Legal.
So just look me in the eye and tell me I can trust you.
Hanji,
I promise you that everything we do for the sake of the people.
I'm not sure what Hanji knows anymore.
Because Eren never should have been imprisoned. He's done nothing wrong and should be freed at once. He challenged a powerful, imposing enemy and grasped victory. We now have the Rumbling, a power which secures our right to live. Eren Yeager is no criminal. He's a war hero.
We don't know if the rumbling can protect us yet or not.
Yeah,
Nobody knows how
True.
it works. It's still just a myth at this point.
not
Only
quite.
because you're keeping Eren locked in a cage.
I've already made the decision to see Zeke Yeager's plan through to the end.
Oh, are you doing it?
Human nature.
What?
When one's time is over, another must take on the role that they used to play.
Sana's.
Best of luck, and
Oh my gosh. I don't know how Hanji's dealing with all this. I don't know how everyone would deal with it if he was here.
Either way, I have no regrets about leaking that intel. The Scout Regiment's goal is victory, and if military law becomes an obstacle to that goal, there's nothing to do but bend the rules, right?
What?
About 4 years have passed since you saved me from a Titan,
Huh?
and nothing has changed for me. I watched you bring one of them down.
Oh, back then.
It's okay to fight against
Oh, that was you?
violence. It's necessary.
You're the one who thanked her that
Ever
day.
since that day, I've hoped I'd get the chance to get closer to you.
Does Mikasa know what to do now? Now that Eren has gone and done all this? What? What you seeing now? What?
Safe now.
Mikasa.
Mikasa.
He's since been charged with divulging military secrets. I thought to check, and it turns out that your lodgings were just a few dozen kilometers from Eren Yeager's.
Ooh.
It also turns out to be around then that we started to see Eren take more unauthorized actions. This means I have an excuse to speak with a beautiful woman.
Of course, Pixis. Oh no. Wait, is that the same horse from season 1? Oh no. Ah.
Gabi!
This is the devil's doing.
Don't.
No, I think the horse was working alone.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Falco.
I never learned to ride anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was
We
wondering.
won't learn anything if we stay out here in the sticks. All this time we've had a traitor right next to us.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Falco, how do you truly feel about this?
The Queen's policies provide a lot of support to children with nowhere to go. Most of the kids who live here at the stables lost our parents 4 years ago.
You haven't acknowledged your guilt yet,
What guilt? Sasha, Gabi.
but you've committed horrific atrocities against the entire world. There's only one way for an Eldian to start down the path.
Gabi, slow down.
And that's to recognize that you are tainted with sin.
I guess that's
Why
what
would
they
you
teach
say
back
something
in
like that to
Marley?
someone who's helping us?
Wait. Did she say back in Marley?
Well, wait a minute. What did you just say?
Does she
You're on
know?
the run because you're from Marley, right?
She knows. She's known.
You know.
Yelling about going back.
Wait. So then, you knew from the start? Oh, man. From the moment we first met? This is seriously embarrassing. You're so sneaky.
Keep that thing down. Don't you dare charge at her now. Falco, stop her.
She just showed her true colors. I knew something was up with her. There's no way an island devil would actually be that nice.
Stop! Don't be stupid.
Hey! What are you two fighting about?
Mia thinks I'm stealing her brother. I think she's jealous or something.
Kaya saved you too.
Why?
There was nothing I could do, so I just sat right at this spot. I sat still and listened to the sound of it.
Wait a minute.
She was alive the entire time it was happening. But after a while, she went mostly silent. I think she lost her voice from all the screaming. We've been told that outside of the walls, the majority of people think we're a race of devils. But I don't understand how people we've never met can hate us so much. What have we ever done to them? What did my mom do to make these people hate her?
For thousands of years, your kind brutalized and slaughtered people all over the world.
Thousands of years?
How could you have let yourselves forget this? Eldians used the power of the Titans to crush the world beneath
The
their
founding titan.
millennia, understand? They wiped out other people's
Gabi.
cultures.
Well, you already know that you're from Marley, so I guess.
Children, and took more innocent lives than you could possibly imagine. So stop playing like you're the victim.
But my mother spent her whole life here on this island. She couldn't have had anything to do with all that.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about the people here now?
Exactly.
What unforgivable things have we done?
You attacked Marley the other day. Your soldiers devastated my home.
But that was recent, and my mom was killed 4 whole years ago. So that's not her
Exactly.
Your ancestors.
Gavi, think.
Tell me, why did she have to die? She never hurt a soul, so why? It must have been for something.
Gavi, come on.
Doesn't make sense otherwise. Spit it out. Why was my mom eaten alive?
She doesn't know.
Tell me. Tell me why.
Gabi doesn't know, does she?
Reconnaissance in force. The incursion 4 years ago was part of a recon mission to gauge Parady's strength and prepare for a larger attack. You and your mother just happened to get caught up in it.
Falco told him the truth.
She didn't deserve.
You're leaking secrets to the enemy now?
Doesn't
Why
matter.
the hell did you apologize?
Doesn't really matter at this point.
I mean, you just happened to be born there.
I like this girl. She is the girl that Sasha saved, right?
You were trapped in here with the Titan. How did you manage to escape?
A girl not much older than I am saw what was happening, grabbed an axe from our yard, and came in swinging. She saved me.
The girl that you killed, Gabi.
If she was still alive, she would never abandon 2 us kids with nowhere to run. She helped me just like she helped me.
Ah.
Mr. Browse was invited to go to a restaurant where a Marleyan works. If the 2 of you join us, then maybe that Marleyan can help you find a way back home.
Why do this?
It's simple. I want to be the kind of person she was.
I'm so... Okay, thank you, Kaya. Gabi needed to hear that. She needs to know that things are not the same as they were thousands of years ago. That people have changed since then. That people now can't be held responsible for what the people thousands of years ago had done. Yeah, we can't take that back, but that doesn't mean the people born out that are guilty by default. So I'm glad that happened. I'm really glad Kaya was there to say all that to Gabi. Is there more? There's more.
We investigated
That's with the Warhammer.
these Titans remain, but no, not enough. Just his arms and legs. This effectively confirms our theory.
They know.
In order to hide
Oh.
the fact that he is defected to their side,
They know now.
snuck his co-conspirators onto the first survey fleet we sent to Paris.
They now know.
Eldian restorationists.
Shit! To think we fought side by side with a traitor this whole time.
We'll launch a scorched earth campaign against Parody within 6 months.
6 months.
Wait, we're waiting that long? We're not gonna try to save Falco and Gabi for 6 months?
That's exactly what Z-Copes will do.
Alright.
We have no choice. We need to attack them at once.
Okay, Rainer. So he's saying you have to go attack right now. Oh, that's it. So, we had a Falco and Gabi centric episode this time. Aaron was nowhere to be found. So first, we find out that information about the mission at Marley got leaked out to the public. So Flock and 3 recruits, Louise and 2 others, had leaked the information because they thought it wasn't right for Aaron to be detained for what he had done. He thought he should be praised for what he did on Marley, for doing all that and helping out the alien empire like that. And Hanji had no choice but to imprison them for leaking information. And Flock said that that's a price he's willing to pay. So Mikasa goes and locks Louise away, and we find out that Louise was actually the little girl she helped in season 1. So in season 1, when Timoriz was trying to shove his carriage through the wall, or through the gate, a Titan came out to them and Mikasa saved them, and then a little girl thanked Mikasa for her service. That was actually Louise. And then 4 years later, she ended up joining the military herself, and now she's one of the scouts as well. And then Flock was there too. And then Falco and Gabi. And so Gabi fate acting like she was choking or something. I'm not sure if even Falco knew about. And she had a bag which had a brick in it. And when the first guard came to get her, she slammed the brick at the guard and killed him. And then she and Falco escaped. And so they weren't sure where to go next. And Falco had to remove Gabi's armband. Gabi was still so brainwashed by the teachings of Marley. She thinks the armband means she's a good alien and not an island devil. In parody, it doesn't mean anything, and yet she's still refusing to let it go. She's so brainwashed. She hasn't met the people on Parody the same way Rainer has. Well, not until right now. So I think maybe now she's finally getting a bit of exposure to it. So they met a girl named Kaya who takes them to their farm for where they can have some breakfast and help out. And then Falco lies a bit and calling himself Ben, and and Gabi, his kid sister Mia, and they ask to stay for a few days, and they let them stay. And when they hear Mr. Brouch speak, Gabi says it's a southern Marleyan accent. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, because he's from here the whole time. So, and then, so they stay there for a few days. They're working out. They're working in the stables, and a horse grabs Gabi's hair. I think I remember in season 1, there was another horse that used to eat someone's hair. So is that the same horse then? Okay, so Gabi and Falco doing all that. They're talking to Kaya, and Gabi tells Kaya about how the people of Eldia 1,000 years ago committed terrible sins, and Kaya asks if that's what they learned in Marley. Like, Falco and Gabi were still arguing, not realizing that Kaya mentioned that, and that she knew all along that they're from Marley. Gabi then takes her as a hostile and goes to attack, and then Falco stops her, and Kaya just covers for them, saying Mia thinks Kaya is trying to steal her brother from him. So then Kaya takes Falco and Gabi to where her mother was eaten. Turns out Kaya is the same girl that Sasha saved all those years ago. So in season 2, when Sasha went back home, she found all them, and her mother was also there too. So Kaya said that her mother couldn't run because of her legs, and a Titan was there too. Her mother didn't die right away, but eventually she gave out. Everybody left except for her mother, and she didn't want to leave her behind. But then Sasha showed up and saved her life. So Kaya didn't understand why her mother was eaten. Gabi said it was because thousands of years ago, alien people had done a lot of horrible sins and killed lots of people and their families. And Kaya understands why that has to do with her mother and what she has done right now. Her mother has not done anything of that sort. Ever since she was born, she spent her whole life helping the people out, and she hasn't done anything like that. And then Gabi mentioned that hundreds of years ago, some same things happened too. But Kaya says her mother wasn't even born then. She couldn't have been responsible for any of it, and she didn't take part in it at all. And she's asking why her mother had to die now. And then Gabi said that recently, Eldia launched an attack on Marley, killed a lot of people there and all that. But Kaya told her that happened 4 years after her mother had already died. That happened even before her mother was killed. Why did she have to die for that? And Gabi just didn't know how to answer it. They seemed so innocent, and Gabi just didn't know what to say. She was taught her whole life that the Eldian people are a race of devils who commit terrible sins and that they cannot be forgiven. And earlier in the season, she told Falco that she was trying to prove that there are good Eldians in the world, not knowing that there are even more than she realizes. Even the island has some good Eldians among them. And she was wondering how they could have forgotten. But I think she forgot how the King of the Walls used the Founding Titan's power to erase everybody's memories. So, which means they also forgot about the sins that the Eldian people have committed in the past. And now these people haven't committed sins like that. Well, not the majority have, at least. Gabi just didn't know how to respond because she was contradicting everything she had been taught and she didn't know what to say about it. And then Falco told her that 4 years ago, a recon mission was conducted by Zeke to try and engage Parody's strength before launching a larger attack. That happened in season 2, and then the large attack was in the back half of season 3. And there was really no point keeping that information confidential anymore. Leaking it out wasn't going to change anything at this point. It was too late. The damage was already done. and years have passed. It was too late for that information to change anything at this point. And then Kaya told her about how Sasha saved her life and how she wanted to be just like her. And I'm not sure if Gabi knows that Sasha is the same girl she killed when she snuck on board the airship. And if they find out that she's the one who killed Sasha, I don't know what's going to happen next. So it seems like Gabi and Falco are going to be staying here for some time. I really don't know what's going to happen when Kaya and Sasha's father find out about what Gabi did to Sasha. But earlier, Niccolo invited Sasha's father for lunch, and it seems like they're going there now. Niccolo knows what happened, so it's possible that he may tell them what happened, although I'm not sure if he knows that Gabi is the same child. Yeah, I know Jean and the others told Niccolo about it, but I'm not sure if he'll recognize Gabi if they go there. So they'll probably join them there. They told them that a Marlian chef is working there, and I'm not sure what they're going to make of that. So those who are doing that, and the people on Parody are trying to figure out just how far the information leakage has gone. They traced it to Flock, and now they're tracing it back to Yelena too, and now they're just wondering how far is this going? How far is the information leakage going, and where it's all coming to? Like, there are a lot of people siding with Eren Yeager, saying that, and the public are saying they should have just as much a right to what Eren does as the military does. And Flegel asked Hanji to look him in the eye and tell him that he can trust her. And Hanji told Flegel that she's doing everything she can for the people. And then finally, it seems that Marley has become aware of Zeke's betrayal. They found some of his body parts, but not enough to actually confirm his death. And then they found a piece of the anti-personnel ODM gear, which has been combined with some Marley technology as well. So then they realized that Zeke... So they suspected they had a traitor for a while, but they didn't know who it was. Now they know that the traitor is actually Zeke. And they said they need to wait 6 months to launch an attack on Parody in order to prepare. Colt wanted to save Falco and Gabi right away, and they didn't want to wait. And Reiner said that waiting is exactly what Zeke wants. Zeke knows that they need time to prepare for launching an attack like that, and that they need to wait for the Global Alliance to do it. But Reiner said that if they wait that long, then Zeke will be prepared and they won't be able to properly stop them. So if they want to stop them now, then they have to launch an attack right away. They can't wait for the Global Alliance to come. So the war is coming sooner than expected. There's not going to be a 6-month wait. It's going to happen right now, it seems like. Marley is all set to launch an attack on Parody, or at least it will be pretty soon, and now they have no way of fighting it. They're not ready to fight a war like that. They're not ready to take on the full might of the Marlian army just yet. So I don't know what Parody is going to do when Marley chooses to invade. So that's coming up soon, and we'll have to see how it goes from there. So Gabi and Falco are staying with the browsers for now. Some people who leaked information about Eren has been detained, and it seems like Marley is all set to launch an attack on Parody now. So maybe preparations for that will start next time. So let's see how that turns out next time on Attack on Titan. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode, and I will see you all next time. Bye.